our weighted flutter kicks are going to be a progression from our normal flutter kicks, meaning that they're going to be a little bit tougher than our normal flutter kicks. You can always go back to those normal flutter kicks where we're not going to be using a weight at all if you need to drop back to an easier version. Otherwise, like I said, this one's going to be a little bit tougher. What we're going to do is we're going to use a weight for this one, and we're going to be peeling those shoulder blades up into that crunch position with that upper body and holding while we perform that flutter kick with the lower body. So we're going to grab one weight, we're going to come down on our back, we're going to grab that one weight with both hands directly over the chest, and then we're going to peel those shoulder blades and head up off the ground so we're into that crunch position. My low back is staying planted into the floor. It's just my shoulder blades and my head that are up, and I'm focusing on squeezing my abs to keep those shoulder blades and head up off of the ground. Weight is staying right up above my chest. I'm going to hold right here as I keep my legs fairly straight, and I'm going to go into that flutter kick. So start with one leg up, back, and forth here. Easier option is setting that other leg down on the floor in between each one. Tougher option, keeping them elevated throughout that entire movement. Biggest things you need to focus on here is there's no movement in the upper body. We're pulling it up and we're holding that weight there and keeping it rigid. The only movement is coming with those legs, so keep it nice and still. A lot of times I'll see people rocking with that upper body and with that weight to kind of help get those legs up and control them down. Fight that. Squeeze those abs. Keep as tight as you can with that upper body and keep yourself from moving besides that lower body. Other big thing to remember on this exercise, those legs are staying fairly straight. If you can keep them perfectly straight throughout that flutter kick, great. If you have to bend them a little bit, that's okay. But we want that movement coming at the hip joint here and not just kicking coming at the knee, because we want to get those lower abs and those hip flexors involved in this movement. So keep those legs fairly straight throughout here as well. Slow this exercise down. Focus on your form. Focus on keeping that low back pressed into the floor and controlling that flutter, full range of motion, and then you can slowly progress up in weight as you get better and better at this movement.